students, today we are going to see the solid state, remaining book bag as well as in-text problems. So now, up to 13 we already discussed, no? So now we are going to see the 14th problem, that is, if the radius of the octahedral voids is smaller, and the radius of the atom in that packing is capital R. Radius of atom is capital R and the radius of the voids is smaller. Derive the relation between capital R and small r. Now consider the octahedral spheres or atoms are arranged in this manner. Take a triangle ABC. So this center is the octahedral voids. This is the atoms. So here 4, front 1, back 1. Inside we have a octahedral voids. 6 is surrounded, no? So this is an octahedral void. This is a atoms arranged here. The distance between this and this atoms of that is the radius of the atom is capital R. And the radius of the octahedral voids is smaller. What is that? Radius of the atom. This is atom, no? 4 atoms. So is capital R and that of octahedral voids is smaller. So consider this as a triangle and AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. What is AC? R plus R. That is 2R. Here R plus small r. R plus small r. Here also R plus small r. So 2, 1, 2 no. So 2 into R plus R the whole square. Here it is 2 into 2, 4R square equal to 2 into R plus R the whole square. Now here 4, here 2. So divide. So we can 4, 2. So we can divide by 2. Divide this by 2. That becomes 2R square equal to R plus R the whole square. So 2, 2. So it becomes R plus R the whole square. So removing the square. So before removing the square, we can able to convert this into root 2 into root 2 equal to 2, no? That is, since root 2 into root 2 equal to 2, we are writing in this manner. Root 2 R the whole square equal to R plus R the whole square. So squaring removed. So root 2 R equal to R plus R. Root 2 R is equal to R plus R. So R is equal to, small r we need, no? Small r is equal to root 2 R minus R. Consider this as 1. So root 2 minus 1 into R. R is common in both the sides, no? So root 2 minus 1 into R. What is the value of root 2? 1.414. Minus 1 into R. 1 this minus 1 is equal to 0.414 R. So the radius. What is the relation between capital R and small r? This is small r and this is a capital R. This is the relation between capital R and small r. Now, next 15th problem. What is the problem then? Copper crystallizes into FCC. So this is FCC structure. Edge length is nothing but A. Edge length is A. So that the calculated density is in agreement with its measured value, density D. So D is the density. So this is FCC, no? For FCC, the number of atoms per unit cell is 4. We already find that. The atoms are present in corner as well as face. So if we find that, we get 4 atoms are present. So atomic mass of copper, we know, no? That is copper atomic mass is 63.5 gram per centimeter cube. 63.5 gram per centimeter cube. Gram per mole. That is A. What is A? Given. N is the Avogadro number. Density formula we know. Z M by A cube into A. Na. A cube into Na. This is density D. Atomic number, that is number of atoms per unit cell. FCC is 4. This is atomic mass. This is A, edge length, Avogadro number. So if you substitute all the values and find or we can directly multiply this, or by multiplying this with the log values, we get this. We already discussed the log substitution, no? So D is equal to, we get this value. Next problem is 16th problem. That is, analysis shows that by one analysis we shows that nickel oxide has the formula, nickel oxide has the formula Ni, that is we know the formula for nickel oxide is NiO, Na2 plus O2 minus, Na2 plus and O2 minus. Ni is present in 0.98% and O1. What fraction of nickel exists in nickel 2 plus and nickel 3 plus ion? That means actually if NiO means this is 2 plus and 2 minus. If both are present in 1 means this is the formula. But in that there is a presence of nickel 3 plus. There is a presence of nickel 3 plus. So 2 plus is present only in 0.98%. So we are going to find the nickel exists as how much fraction Na2 plus and Na3 plus is there in this formula. So now how will you find that? The ratio of Ni and oxygen atoms in pure nickel oxide is 1:1. Pure nickel oxide means this is 2 plus and this is 2 minus. This is 1:1. Now let X be the number of nickel 2 plus atoms replaced by nickel 3 plus atom. We don't know how much of nickel 3 plus is present here. For that we are saying X is present, X amount of Ni2 plus is replaced by Ni3 plus atoms. Therefore number of nickel 2 plus atoms present is equal to X is nickel 3 means 0.98 minus X. 0.98 minus X is the nickel 2. So since the oxide is neutral in nature, nickel oxide, that is oxide is nothing but nickel oxide is neutral, no, 2 plus 2 minus, the total charge of the nickel atom equal to charge on the oxygen atom. Yes, 2 plus is equal to 2 minus, no. So total charge of the nickel 2 plus ion equal to charge on the oxygen atom. So we can write this as 2 into 0.98 minus X plus 3X, that is nickel 3 plus, equal to 2. Charge on the oxygen. So multiplying this becomes 1.96 minus 2x plus 3x plus equal to 2. This 3x is for nickel 3 plus. So difference between 3 plus and 2x is x, 2. So 1.96 plus x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2 minus 1.96, that is equal to this. So this is the X amount. This is the X. What is X here? Nickel 3 plus or nickel 2 plus? Nickel 3 plus. Now percentage we are going to calculate. Percentage of nickel 3 plus atoms in nickel oxide. That is number of nickel 3 atoms divided by total number of nickel atom. This is the number of nickel 3 plus atom. That is 0.04 divided by 0.98, that is present in the problem, into 100 we get 4.01 percentage. 4.01 percentage of the nickel 2 plus atoms. Of the nickel 2 plus atom. Now we are going to find the nickel 2 plus. Nickel 2 plus is 100 minus x, we told, no, that is 100 minus 4.01. So that is equal to 95.99 percentage. So nickel 2 plus is present in this amount and nickel 3 plus is present in this amount. This is the fraction of nickel 2 plus and nickel 3 plus. Nickel 2 plus and nickel 3 plus. So this is the 16th problem that we finished. Next is a 21st problem. What is the 21? Gold crystallizes, atomic gold, atomic radius is 0.144 nanometer, FCC unit cell. What is the edge length? That is A. We are going to calculate. Edge length A. So for FCC, edge length is equal to 2 root 2 R. R value is given here, no? So 2 into root 2 value is 1.414 into 0.144, that is R value given. So we can directly calculate the edge length A is equal to 0.407. 0.407. So next problem. Aluminium crystallizes in cubic close pack CCP arrangement. Its metallic radius is R. R is given. That is 125 pm. Picometer. Picometer means into 10 power minus 12 meter. So what is the length of the side of the edge? That is A, calculate. How much unit cells are there in 1 centimeter? How many unit cells are there in 1 centimeter cube of aluminium? So we are going to calculate edge length and the number of unit cells. So now the formula to calculate the edge length is A is equal to 2 into root 2r. CCP is nothing equivalent to FCC, no? CCP is equivalent to FCC. So A is equal to 2 root 2r. Therefore, the volume is equal to A cube. Volume is equal to A cube. How much? So, volume is calculated. R is given as metallic radius is 125 picometer. 125 picometer. So, R is equal to A is equal to 2 root 2R. We has to find the R, no? R is equal to A by 2 root 2. So, A is equal to R is given. So, A is equal to 2 root 2R. From this formula, we derived this A value. So, A is equal to 2 into 1.414, 125 as it is in the last problem. So, this is equal to 353.5. Multiply all these means we get 353.5 picometer. R is equal to, we can round this. Volume of the unit cell A cube. Volume we know. Volume of the cube is equal to A cube. Volume of the cube is equal to A cube. So, A value is given. So, we can find this. Number of the unit cell is equal to number. We have to find now how much. So, number of the unit cell is equal to 1 centimeter cube by 442 into 10 power minus 25. In 1, how much? So, 226. Divide this, we get into 10 power 22 unit cells. So, this much of unit cells is present in this radius and edge length. So, if this is A, no? A, not R. A. So, A is equal to 354. If next problem, if NaCl is doped with, if NaCl is doped with 10 power minus 3 mole percentage of SrCl2, strontium chloride. Strontium chloride. What is the concentration of cationic vacancies? Concentration of cationic. There is number of vacancies. Cationic vacancies we have to find. Due to the addition of, that means what is the problem given in NaCl? This one is doped. Na has 1 oxidation state, plus 1 oxidation state. But SrCl2, in SrCl2 it is 2 plus, no? So, 1 Sr2 plus is there, means it has to replace how many Na plus ion? 2 Na plus ion. Since it is 1 plus. Only 1 plus is there. Here 2 plus is there. If it wants to occupy this space, means this has to remove 2 Na plus and substitute 1 Sr2 plus due to the various oxidation state. So, due to the addition of SrCl2, each Sr2 plus ion replaces 2 Na plus. So, 1 Sr2 plus replaces 2 Na plus ion, but occupies only one position. Occupies only one, because only one Sr is there, no? But the oxidation state only varies. Due to the variation of oxidation state in Sr, it has to replace 2 plus, no? Here 1. So, it has to replace 2 Na plus, but it can able to occupy only one site. So, occupies only one lattice point in the place of Na plus ion. Therefore, this creates one cationic vacancy. This creates one cationic vacancies. 2 Na plus is replaced, but 1 Sr2 plus is placed. That means 1 Na plus place is empty, no? That is called as a cationic vacancies. Cationic vacancies. So, now, the number of moles of cationic vacancies in 100 ml of NaCl. Percentage is given. So, we are taking this as a 100 ml. Given 10 power minus 3. It is given. This is given. That means the number of moles of cationic vacancies in 1 mole of NaCl. 1 mole of NaCl. 10 power minus 3 by 100. That is equal to 10 power minus 5 mole. That means total number of cationic vacancies is equal to number of moles 1 mole contains. This number, Avogadro number, no? So, number of cations is equal to this moles into Avogadro number. So, this moles into Avogadro number gives 6.022 into 10 power 18. So, this is the total number of vacancies, total number of cationic vacancies. So, Sr2 plus, Na1 plus. To replace the Sn Na plus, and you have to substitute 1 Sr2 plus means we have to replace 2 Na plus because of the oxidation state is 1 for Na, Sr 2. So if we replace 2 Na, 1 Sr can occupies. That means one of the Na plus position is vacant. This called as a cationic vacancy. So now we find this one. Total number of cationic vacancies is equal to 10 power minus 5 into Na, that is equal to 10 power minus 5 into, that is Avogadro number, that is equal to this one. So this is the explanation of this problem. Now we are going to see the in text question. So problems only we are going to discuss in text. So a compound forms hexagonal, that is HCP structure. What is the total number of voids? In 0.5 mole of it. How many of these are tetrahedral voids? 2 voids are there, no? Octahedral as well as tetrahedral. For tetrahedral voids, the formula is 2n. Octahedral voids is formula. If the octahedral voids important, this is also one important 1 mark. So that is the octahedral means 2 or 1. Tetrahedral means 2. Octahedral means 1. Tetra 2. TWO2, no? T. Remember that. Tetrahedral 2. Octahedral only 1. O. O-N-E 1. So twice that of tetrahedral must be twice. So total number of voids is equal to octahedral plus tetrahedral. Now 1 mole contains, we already discussed, no? 1 mole contains Avogadro number of atoms, molecules like that. Here it is given in 0.5 mole. So we have to convert this into atoms. So number of atoms in this mole equal to this mole into Avogadro number. This mole into Avogadro number. We get 3.011 into 10 power minus 10 power 23. Octahedral n. This is the total number of atoms, n. So this is equal to 3.011 into 10 power 23. Number of tetrahedral voids, twice, 2n. So 2 into this value is this. We find octahedral and tetrahedral. Now we are going to what we need, how many of these are tetrahedral voids we discussed. What is the total number of voids we have to find? No, total number of voids is equal to tetrahedral as well as octahedral. So octahedral value is 3.0 into 3.011 into 10 power 23 and the tetrahedral voids is 6.022 into 10 power 23. You have to add these. This is the answer. This is the total number of voids in HCP, that is 0.5 mole. 0.5 mole of HCP structure. 5 mole of HCP structure. And the next problem we are going to see is a compound is formed by 2 elements M and N. That is 2 element M and N. A, B, we all know corner atom A and NFCC B, like that, no? Find the formula. Like that we are having the M and N. A compound is formed by 2 elements M and N. The element N forms CCP and the atoms of M occupies 1/3 of tetrahedral voids. What is the formula of a compound? Formula we have to find. Suppose the atom of element N present in CCP no, is X. We don't know. Octahedral is X we consider. That means tetrahedral voids is double that. So 2x. Octahedral 1 means tetrahedral 2 no, 2x. And in the problem it is given as 1/3. Since 1/3 of the tetrahedral voids are occupied by the atoms of element M, we can write this as number of atoms of the element equal to 1/3. Since it is 1/3, 1/3 into 2x, that is equal to 2x by 3. Now find the ratio. The ratio of M is to N. What is M? This is M, no? 2x by 3. 2x by 3. What is N? X. So x cancelled. This is 1x. 2 by 3 is to 1. Take LCM. 2 is to 3. What is 2? M. What is 3? N. So the formula of the compound can be written as M2 N3. M2 N3. So this is the formula of this problem. That is this compound in this problem. Formula of the compound in this problem. This problem we already discussed in the last class itself. That is, an element with molar mass 2.7 into 10 power minus 2 kilogram per mole forms a cubic unit cell. Cubic unit cell. And with the edge length is nothing but A. Molar mass is nothing but M. Picometer is nothing but into 10 power minus 12 meter. Picometer is nothing but into 10 power minus 12 meter. 10 power minus 12 meter. So molar mass is given, edge length is given, and if the density D also given. What is the nature of the cubic? In already we see some problem in this manner, no? There it is already told FCC, CCP or simple cubic or BCC like that. But here we are going to find the nature of the unit cell. Nature of the unit cell. So first find the Z value. We know the formula. We know one formula, no? What is that formula? D is equal to, that is given, I written here. M is equal to 2.7 into 10 power minus 2. It is given in our problem, no? Minus 2 kilogram per mole. A, 405 picometer. Picometer, 10 power minus 12 meter. Or we can write this 4.05 to decimal front. So 10 power minus 10 meter. Density is given. This is the Avogadro number. For that we need for the formula, no? So formula we know is D is equal to Zm by A cube Na. We need Z. So Z is equal to D into A cube Na by M. What is the density given here? Density is already given. A cube. A value is 4.05 cube. A cube. And Avogadro number 6.023, or now it is written as 22, no? 22 into 10 power 23. And M value is this. By substituting all these values, we get 3.99. 3.99 is nothing but 4. Round that. 4. What is the number of atoms? 4 for which cubic cell? FCC. Since there are 4 atoms per unit cell, the cubic unit cell must be FCC. Face-centered cubic. Simple cubic, you have to find whether it is simple cubic or face-centered cubic or body-centered cubic, or it is another type is edge-centered, HCP, CCP, different types are there, no? 4 means it is FCC. 4 means it is FCC. So it is face-centered cubic lattice. Face-centered cubic lattice. So up to this we discussed the solid state problems. So we finished the solid state along with the problems now. In the next class we will see next lesson.